We're talking about rip currents, and just this weekend, a 16-year-old boy drowned after being caught in a rip current in Florida. And then near San Diego, the search continues for a 17-year-old, officials say, who was caught in a rip current.
All right, we have the threat of rip currents today, and it's on the East Coast. So there's that east wind in Florida, so there's moderate to high rip current all along from really southern Georgia all the way down into the Keys.
It's been building through the weekend, so I think especially today in central and south Florida, that high rip current risk continues. The waves are big, but even in areas where the waves aren't big, you could still have a rip current risk. So here to give valuable information to keep you safe is Wyatt Werneth, national spokesman for the American Lifeguard Association. Wyatt, thanks so much for joining here. We were just talking about that device that you're standing by, actually, to help people save a life during a rip current. Can you first just talk about what a rip current is?
Well, absolutely. And I'm out here on the beach, and we definitely have a recipe for rip currents today. That's with that onshore wind and the tide going out, and the people will be coming soon. So we do have a rip current threat. And what it is it's basically where there's a deeper channel. When that water's come pushing in, that channel rushes back out. You'll have a sandbar on either side, and that's what makes it scary, because at one moment you're standing on solid ground, the next you're over your head and you're being swept away.
You know, you can see them from the air a lot better, or maybe from your lifeguard stand, but what about people that are sitting on the beach and or in the water? Are there signs that they can look for?
You know, there is something over the years that I've identified, and that is if you're sitting on the beach and you ever notice where that group of people sitting next to you, the tide comes in or the wave hits and washes all their stuff away and it does not affect you, well, that's where the rip current is, because the water's deeper and there's more of it there. So that's kind of a first immediate identifier on the beach, is where that big water area is. Stay clear of that.
Huh, that's interesting, and that's a really good observation. You know, when it comes to rip currents, if you get caught in one, what do you advise people to do?
Well, the most important thing is not to panic. You know, raise your arm, yell for help, try to get the attention of someone. And luckily, if they're not by a lifeguard who would automatically catch you, because the idea of a lifeguard is preventative. We would see you getting into trouble before you even know it. But if there's not a lifeguard around, and you have what we call the life rescue station provided by the Life Rescue Project, you could get someone's attention, and hopefully they could get this flotation device out to you. And if you're calm and you can float on it, by the time that the rescuers get there, you're still above the water, you haven't ingested or drowned, and you'll be safe. So just relax.
All right, Wyatt Werneth, we certainly appreciate you coming on with the American Lifeguard Association. Another thing you could do is swim parallel to the shore to get yourself out of the rip current and then swim in, because even an Olympic swimmer cannot outswim a rip current. Like Michael Phelps couldn't get back in.
Those rip currents can move at, what, 30+ miles per hour? I mean, in some of the fastest speeds, so you cannot outswim that.